So, looking at the Pietra Pura Mandus Primitivo di Manduria 2016, made by Rocca delle Macie, which is a Chianti specialist in the north. The Manduria region is right down at the bottom of Italy, kind of, if you know what the boot looks like, smack bang in there. It's a little bit off the coast, not terribly far, but many will say that Primitivo, aka Zinfandel, we call it the same thing, although there's slight genetic variances, but it's the same wine, basically. That southern Italian region is one of two places. Croatia is the other one that says that they were the originating place for Primitivo. They're probably both wrong. But it's quite interesting when you find a northern producer like Rocca buying product in the south, because this whole north-south issue in Italy is like many other geographical differences in other parts of the world, where the southerners think the northerners are pretentious, let's put it that way, and the northerners think the southerners are nothing but farmers. So you actually do find a difference in attitude, and of course the wines are way different. I think that generally speaking, Primitivo from the south is rustic. It's big and round and broad, and that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. And the north definitely has an air of refinement about it, but that's largely to do with altitude, elevation, etc. What makes this particular wine of interest is that Rocca, being such a powerful brand, is not going to align itself and acquire something that doesn't prima facie have a point of view that aligns with their corporate brand, which made it interesting for us to look at. And so we did, and now I have the wine. I'm now looking at it about 6 months after we saw it the last time, and I think this we saw in barrel the last time, not in bottle. So it's 16, it's new. So slightly murky color. There's definite evidence of glycerine on the sides of the glass, quite heavy. That's something to note because this part of the world produces a high alcohol Primitivo. This one's 14 degrees, which is about base median. I've tasted bigger ones than that, but it's about what's to be expected. There's a coolness about it, which I don't even remember it being that evident when we tasted it before. There's the sense of length, as opposed to just being a roundness on the nose. The classic elements are there, the dark fruit, etc., the usual things that you look for. Maybe camphor, but not in a bad way. There's sort of a breezy kind of camphor note to it. And then definitely cedar. And the faint memory of a cigar that was maybe smoked an hour before. It's just this wisp, a slight wisp of cigar. Yeah, I can see why this is so different from so much else from that region, because you're getting that sensible mid-palate kind of structure to it. There's nice length. It's not something that lingers long, but we are talking about a wine that's under $40 here. I think that what's interesting about it is this juxtaposition of sophistication or elevation and a primary workhorse kind of grape, and these two seem to have melded quite well into a wine at $38 a bottle. So I'm really interested in that, and what I like the most about it is the nose. It's often the thing that buys or sells me on something before I even get serious about drinking it, but the nose is really beguiling right now. In terms of cellaring, I'd give it a good few years of steady cellaring, but it's super approachable right away as well. So it's all wrapped up and good to go. Cheers.